Get ready for a gripping and heart-wrenching story of Mark Jordan and Jacqueline Perry, a couple deeply connected to nature. Their peaceful anniversary celebration takes a horrific turn when a black bear launches a deadly attack in the remote wilderness of Missinaibi Lake Provincial Park. Discover Mark's heroic struggle to save his beloved wife and their extraordinary journey to seek help in the remote wilderness. Join us as we delve into the terrifying last minutes of Jacqueline Perry. This is the story of Mark Jordan and Jacqueline Perry, a vibrant couple deeply connected to nature. As their anniversary approached in September 2005, they sought a special place to celebrate. They chose the secluded wilderness of Missinaibi Lake Provincial Park in northern Ontario, a region known for its vast beauty. Northern Ontario covers most of the province, yet only a small percentage of people call it home. Nature reigns supreme there, with the majestic Boreal forest dominating the landscape. The park is nestled within the Chapleau Crown Game Preserve, a protected area with wildlife. Missinaibi spans over 310 miles, offering breathtaking lakes, stunning waterfalls, and exhilarating rapids that kayaking enthusiasts crave. Mark and Jacqueline handpicked a peaceful campsite nestled in the remote backcountry of Missinaibi Lake. It was a perfect spot that offered tranquility and excitement, catering to their love for nature. The couple embarked on a northward drive to the park to reach their chosen destination. Once there, they embarked on a kayak journey to reach the campsite. Leading up to Tuesday, September 6, 2005, no worrisome or suspicious events occurred. They spent their days as they normally would, immersing themselves in the beauty of nature, inhaling the crisp air, and enjoying the satisfying fatigue in their muscles after kayaking. However, their happiness was about to be abruptly interrupted. What was supposed to be a lifetime together turned into a few hours of anguish, despair, and fading hope. On September 6, 2005, the day began like any other at their campsite. However, tragedy struck later that afternoon, plunging them into a harrowing fight for survival. Mark Jordan and Jacqueline Perry were cooking dinner in their camp, nestled in a rugged, secluded part of the park near Lake Mississippi. At first, everything seemed normal, but that quickly changed. Suddenly, a black bear appeared out of nowhere, and it became evident that this bear was not merely aggressive, it was hunting. The attack happened instantly, leaving no time for a proper response. The bear pounced, pinning Jacqueline to the ground. It seized her and dragged her forcefully into the wilderness. For Mark, time stood still. His beloved wife, Jacqueline, was being taken away by a formidable predator, moving further and further from his reach, destined for a tragic end. Mark couldn't stand by and let it happen. He knew that black bears could be scared off if someone appears bigger and fiercer. So, without hesitation, Mark made up his mind. He had to show that bear who was in charge, no matter the risk. Saving Jacqueline wasn't just a choice, it was instinct driving him. Mark took action before the bear could vanish into the wilderness, with Jacqueline injured and helpless. He wrestled the bear, putting it in a headlock and landing punches on its head. The bear released Jacqueline and turned its fury towards Mark. Mark fought back despite sustaining severe wounds from the bear's claws and jaws. With his Swiss Army knife, he stabbed the beast multiple times. The wounded animal retreated, but Mark's battle was far from over. Jacqueline lay on the ground, gravely hurt. They needed help, but the campsite was too remote for a quick rescue. Mark's priority was finding a safe place for Jacqueline. He carried her in his arms despite his bleeding wounds and raced towards the kayak. Nothing mattered more than ensuring Jacqueline's survival. With desperation fueling him, Mark climbed into the kayak and paddled vigorously towards the nearest campsite. He paddled for nearly a mile in his injured state, calling out for help. Fortunately, his cries reached the ears of two hikers, a father and son from Pennsylvania, who had just fought off a black bear themselves. The hikers rushed to assist Mark. Together, the three men paddled for another 90 minutes until they encountered a pontoon boat carrying an off-duty police officer and a doctor from North Carolina, a true stroke of luck. While the doctor tried to save Jacqueline's life, the boat continued towards the park office around 6 miles away. Mark remained by his wife's side, praying for her recovery. Tragically, despite Mark's heroic efforts, Jacqueline Perry succumbed to her severe wounds before they reached the park office. After 3 hours, Mark Jordan was transported to Sudbury Regional Hospital following the bear attack. Though his condition was stable, He had suffered numerous cuts, puncture wounds, and severed nerves. Before proceeding with surgery, doctors had to ensure there was no risk of infection. Meanwhile, authorities and park personnel commenced their search for the bear and other campers. On September 10th, 4 days after the incident, the Ministry of Natural Resources euthanized a male black bear, suspected of carrying out the fatal attack. The bear was discovered shot and deceased near the attack site, bearing a neck wound, likely inflicted by Mark's knife. Following 300 stitches to treat his injuries, Mark Jordan was discharged from the hospital. During an interview, Mark expressed his regret for not being able to kill the bear. So that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.